Finance Plus, value-added services, technology, and food security for rural farmers in India. This is a learning product created by the Kahzi Kadaimaidai Farmers Federation, Econ Technologies, and the SEEP Network as part of the Rural Agricultural Finance and Food Security Practitioner Learning Program, funded by the Academy of Educational Development through the United States Agency for International Development. Do value-added services combined with rural finance improve chances of economic success for rural farmers? What types of value-added services have the greatest impact on the livelihoods of rural farmers? What is the relationship between value-added services, rural agricultural finance, and food security? These are some of the questions that KKFF set out to answer through the Rural Agricultural Finance and Food Security Practitioner Learning Program. Specifically, KKFF examined the impact of 3 different types of value-added services on the livelihoods of their members. KKFF found that rural finance, though important, is not always enough to fully meet the diverse needs of rural farmers. Value-added services, as a complementary component to rural finance, can help to reduce production costs, increase income, and ultimately improve the economic situation of rural households. In rural areas of South India, financial products offered by the formal and informal financial sector are not often customized to meet the needs of the rural poor. To address this gap, in 2005, the farmers of the Thiruvangadhu area of the Nagapattinam district in Tamil Nadu state in South India created a community-based financial institution called Kahzi Kadaimaidai Farmers Federation to provide customized financial products and value-added services for its members. The members, primarily small and marginal farmers, are dependent on agriculture as a main source of their livelihoods. In KKFF's operational area, most traditional rural and agriculture financial products available are standalone with little synergy between them. KKFF's approach is to provide value-added services bundled together with rural financial services to better meet the varied needs of member farmers. In 2007, KKFF partnered with Econ Technologies to develop an innovative strategy to deliver key information to farmers using mobile phone technology. Econ, in collaboration with KKFF, provides a wide variety of agro-advisory services, such as information on soil nutrition, weather forecasts, local water levels, as well as alerts for regular farm activities, such as fertilizing, weeding, and pesticide application. Information about current market prices is also provided to help farmers make more deliberate decisions about the best time to sell their agricultural products to obtain optimal prices. Selected non-members can participate in KKFF's agro-advisory services, but do not receive improved seed varieties or personalized technical advice from KKFF, and cannot participate in member-only activities such as farmer field schools.
We at EGAO provide agro-advisory services. Among those, first is the soil health nutrient management service. So we concentrate at the balancing the nutrient which was lost due to the harvest of the last crop. As a second service, we offer weather alert information which contains block specific weather forecast for 4 days, which includes rainfall, humidity, temperature, and wind, flow of wind. So this helps the farmer in planning his farm activities on when to do an fertilizer application and when to harvest and so other activities. We again link this information on farmer specific with respect to his land and location.
The provision of these agro-advisory services has been well received by rural farmers, as they are now able to farm more efficiently and obtain higher prices for their crops. In the words of a KKFF member,
"First, we registered our sowing date. Then, once we sent our transplanting confirmation, we received a fertilizer recommendation after 15 days, and a weeding alert on the 20th day, and another fertilizer recommendation for the 30th day. Econ also asked if we had trouble with any pests or diseases and provided advice in these 2 areas. We have followed all of the advisories."
In addition to agro-advisory services, KKFF also provides farmers with risk mitigation options through insurance. The region in South India where KKFF works is prone to climatic variability, particularly with rainfall. In 2007, KKFF became a corporate agent of the National Agricultural Insurance Company and began providing insurance to its members. The available insurance protects farmers against crop damage due to floods, pests, and diseases. As a result of significant demand, KKFF recently expanded its insurance services to also serve non-members. Insurance, along with agro-advisory services, are the only two value-added services that non-members have access to. All other value-added services are member-only.
Earlier, I cultivated 2 acres. After getting insurance, I am now cultivating 2 more acres. My yield is increased as a result of insurance. Also, KKFF is doing agent work in insurance and is spreading knowledge about insurance to other unaware farmers.
Risk mitigation services, such as crop insurance, allow farmers to take more risks with their farming. With insurance, farmers can begin to look beyond farming for survival to farming for profit by purchasing higher yield seeds, experimenting with new crop varieties, and cultivating larger areas of land. In addition, many farmers are able to access credit from formal financial institutions after providing proof of insurance. Paddy, or rice, is the primary crop cultivated by KKFF members. Farmers are often forced to sell their paddy shortly after harvest due to a shortage of suitable storage space, combined with financial pressures to pay back loans taken out during the planting and growing seasons. This often floods the local market and, as a result, lowers prices. These types of sales are commonly called distress sales. After recognizing the importance of providing farmers options to sell their paddy at more competitive prices, KKFF began providing a delayed marketing service for members. With this value-added service, KKFF offers a bridge loan to members so that they can pay for immediate financial needs. In addition, KKFF provides storage space to farmers in their own warehouses for 4 to 6 months for a fee of 2 rupees per 40-kilogram bag. KKFF and Econ also track market prices to determine when the sales will generate the highest prices for members, typically when the harvested crop is in short supply and there is more demand.
As for the rural and agriculture finance is concerned, the farmers get a lot of products from various sources. But there is one critical link missing. In that one is there is no financing mechanism to link them with market. So we think that marketing financing is required through the mechanisms of what is called warehouse system, which right now we are doing to implement. Here the people can pledge and get a receipt, and if there is a need be, they can put it in a financial institution, get the required credit, and repay the credit at their own time, and redeem the pledge, and realize the true value of the product. Thereby, they avoid both the distress sale on one hand, and also gain on the future price gains.
Currently, KKFF is expanding its delayed marketing services to link farmers more directly with other key actors in the rural agricultural value chain. By forming strategic partnerships with formal financial institutions and warehousing corporations, KKFF hopes to provide a bank-backed warehouse receipts program to members in approximately 2 years. Until then, KKFF will continue to provide warehouse receipt services to members through its own funding and facilities. To determine the impact of integrated value-added services into rural agricultural finance, KKFF sampled 500 farmers in their implementation area. The farmers were divided into 2 groups of 250. One group, members, had access to all of KKFF's value-added services, including agro-advisory services, insurance, financial services, technical advice from KKFF staff, farmer field schools, and delayed marketing, while the other group, non-members, only had access to agro-advisory and insurance value-added services. KKFF designed surveys that looked at a variety of indicators for the 3 value-added services offered to farmers and administered them through focus groups consisting of 12 to 20 members. The surveys were administered on 2 separate occasions to the 2 sample groups at the end of planting seasons in January and April 2010. Data was gathered from 2 different seasons to observe if farmers' experiences changed over time as they became more familiar with KKFF's value-added services. Comparisons between members receiving all of KKFF's products and services, including finance, and non-members only receiving 2 of the 3 value-added services and no finance, were made for both seasons. Overall, results from this study indicate that the provision of agro-advisory services positively impacted both members and non-members with lowered cultivation costs. Cost of cultivation significantly decreased for both members and non-members during the second planting season, with members spending slightly less on top dressing and transplanting cycles as compared with non-members. Labor costs, a significant component of the top dressing cycle, were significantly lowered for both members and non-members in the second planting season as a result of less weeding and maintenance due to better farm practices advised through mobile alerts. Members received additional agro-advisory support from KKFF through personalized technical advice as well as farmer field schools. These additional services seem to further reduce overall costs for members. Although members and non-members utilized approximately the same amount of fertilizer in the first planting season, the amount used by members dropped in the second planting season as they became more familiar with the mobile alerts and worked closely with KKFF's technical staff. Similarly, for seeds, member usage levels dropped in the second planting season as compared with non-members, in part due to timely weather alerts as well as recommendations for optimal planting times. As a result of a combination of factors, including improved seed varieties and technical advice from KKFF, average yield for members significantly increased in Season 2, improving their chances for higher sales. KKFF's research indicates that agro-advisory services can help farmers to farm more efficiently by providing them with key information about events that can potentially affect their crops. Less money going towards inputs and cultivation costs means more money in the pockets of farmers that can potentially be used for household food purchase. In addition, better agricultural practices can result in better crop yield, which can provide more food for the local markets. KKFF discovered through this study, as well as through regular interactions with farmers, that insurance can play a significant role in allowing farmers to take greater risks in planting higher value crops, such as cotton, sugarcane, bananas, and better paddy varieties, since they are protected if losses do occur. On average, the amount of members growing high-value crops after Season 2 increased to 22%, as compared with only 11% for non-members. With insurance, farmers can gain the confidence to take calculated risks, potentially resulting in a greater economic return. In addition, KKFF discovered that after obtaining insurance, members were better able to secure external credit from the formal financial institution. Since the majority of KKFF's members are marginal farmers who do not own their own land, they were not often qualified under the Indian banking system to apply for credit from banks. However, after they were able to show proof of insurance to financial institutions, approximately 68% of members began accessing external credit at the end of Season 1 and 94% by the end of Season 2. With additional credit, farmers can purchase better seeds, necessary farm inputs, and engage in more efficient cultivation practices to ultimately generate more income. The assumption is again that with increased income, rural farmers will be better able to purchase food for their households, resulting in increased food security. Between December 2009 and January 2010, focus group discussions were carried out by KKFF and Econ Technologies to determine the impact of delayed marketing and a warehouse receipt system. In the words of a KKFF member,
since last year, I have sold my commodity only with delayed marketing. In February or March, the crop is ready for harvesting. If we sell the produce at that time, we get a smaller amount of profit. For example, 750 rupees, approximately $16 per 60-kilogram bag. If we store it for up to 6 months, though, there is a chance to get a higher profit. Since I made a higher profit last year by delayed marketing, this year I have also planned to store my produce at KKFF's warehouse and utilize their delayed marketing service.
KKFF's warehouse receipt system helps farmers to avoid distressed sales by providing storage for crops in cooperative-owned warehouses and bridge loans to help farmers pay back immediate financial obligations. Delaying sales of crops can have two important results. 1. Farmers are able to better negotiate their sales price. And 2. There is a more consistent supply of agricultural product on the market after the harvest season. This could potentially result in improved food security through improved household access and improved availability. KKFF and Icon Technologies learned a number of important lessons from this study in combination with regular program implementation that can potentially be utilized by other industry practitioners working in rural agricultural finance, livelihoods, and food security. 1. Rural finance alone cannot always meet the diverse needs of rural farmers. Adding value-added services to rural agricultural finance can help to bridge a crucial gap by providing farmers with the technical knowledge and tools to increase productivity and ultimately income. 2. Risk mitigation products, such as insurance, can help farmers take greater risks by increasing their opportunities to plant higher value crop varieties, expand acreage, and access credit from formal financial institutions. 3. Lack of storage space, credit repayment pressure, and immediate financial needs often force rural farmers to sell their agricultural products at times when they will receive lower prices. A well-designed delayed marketing system, including warehouse receipts activities, can help farmers delay sales until higher prices are available in the market. 4. Technology can play an integral role in the provision of value-added agricultural services to rural farmers. Rural finance providers should consider the possibility of incorporating available technology, such as mobile phones, into their catalog of services. Although the results of this study focus more on production and economic results, research has supported that, with increased income, food security also increases. KKFF's research indicates that a bundled package of value-added services and rural agricultural finance can improve farmers' income, primarily through lowered input and cultivation costs and higher sales prices. KKFF's research also shows improved yields for farmers accessing value-added services, which could affect food security through an increased availability of food for the household as well as in the local market. Although additional research will need to be conducted, preliminary results from this study seem to support that a combination of rural finance and value-added services can contribute to improved food security through increased income for rural farmers.